All right, now this is part two of how did I find out what my calling was. First of all, it was not something that I asked for. It was something that I was born with and that had to be awakened over a series of a period of time, years even. So I knew at a young age that I was different. That's first of all. I had more of a relationship with animals and trees than I had with people. And then when people talk to me, it was like they could speak to me. And when they speak to me, they may have been saying something completely different from what I heard. It's like the underlying message within the message. Okay. And that whole knowing, that feeling of the knowing of where you're supposed to be and why you're supposed to be there and all of that, that did not just happen either. It just gradually showed up in my life. I've been through a series of unfortunate events. You can call them relationships. I'll tell you that they were sugar honey iced tea, for real, for real. Every time I thought I put my good foot forward and be the best woman I could possibly be, here come Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho, enemy of the spirit, shiny, looking good, smelling good, but all wrong in the neighborhood. And then let's just be honest and be real. We're about being vulnerable. It's not a matter of having a whole bunch of know-how, because it was experience after experience after experience that got me to the place that I am now. I've had so many spiritual awakenings and so many spiritual blessings. It's unreal. But the part that comes with this ability that some may be like it's a downfall, is all of the attention that comes with it. One minute I'm being proposed to, and the next minute I'm being cussed out. And sometimes it could be all in the same daggone time. And it's like, well, how do you maintain a self-esteem and self-confidence and courage? I go through valleys just like everybody else. Valleys, just like Iyanla Vanzant described in her book, Value in the Valley. That's where I started at. Acts of Faith. That's where I started at. And then that was like way back when I was 14 years old. I was coming, but I didn't know how to become. And it was the heartfelt stuff that happened that you can't make this stuff up type stuff. Being homeless, jobless, penniless, all of that. And then getting brought up in situations that didn't have nothing to do with you, but somehow you ended up being there. And then at the same time, you over there trying to figure out what's the lesson. And does it always have to be a lesson? It may sound like I'm talking like a lot of stuff, but the reality of it is everybody had a vulnerable moment. A moment where they questioned everything about themselves and didn't know which way to go. I am speaking about going inward, not looking at materialistic things. Oh, I went through the whole gambit. I could show you. I had wigs, I had nails, I had lashes, I had makeup, gobs and gobs of makeup. I covered up all of the unhealed things about me until I hit rock bottom with lying to myself. And that part right there, you cannot escape from. You cannot. You can be your own karma. Let me say it one more time. Backtrack. You can be your own karma. You know what I'm talking about. You keep getting involved with the same people, but with a different face. Yeah, the same version of a man, a woman, a cat, dog that you get involved with and end up having the same experience over and over again. That part. This is part two. I'll be back.